Welcome back from Graphicxtras. In this tutorial I'm going to show you the custom shape palette options, and I'm not just going to go to Photoshop CC, but the basic same approach for CS6 all the way down to version 6 for the shapes, and select the custom shape tool. And custom shapes I'm using are from Graphicxtras. There's 13,000 plus thousands and thousands more shapes available on that site, on the Graphicxtras site. See the link below. Right, custom shapes options are here. Maybe not particularly obvious that it's an options, but just going to go there, just click that, and the default unconstrained. Right, that basically means you can just create the shape in any size you want. So if you want a really thin shape, or obviously just define it like that, or wide shape, you can just do that, and you can place it anywhere and any size. That sounds like a song coming on, but I'm just going to write. Next option, defined proportions, and that basically just creates it the same proportions as it was created. So it was created as basically a square, and you can just create it every time you create it. It's always the same proportions. Next one, defined size, and personally this one is actually the least useful for me, but it creates it obviously the size it was created. They're all created generally in Illustrator, and when I copied them over from Illustrator into Photoshop, of course the size often is very big, and obviously the size of the document changes from thinking I might have been using a big or small document at the time. So anyway, creates a massive design here. Of course, if you're doing mechanical engineering, or I don't know, creating architect or whatever, you obviously clearly want the same size. So if you're putting an item in a certain size, you want it always to be 100 by 100. So obviously just drag it across, just click, and it's stored always at that size for your work. Obviously not so much use for me, but obviously for some professions I'm certainly very useful. Maybe they'd use Illustrator instead. That's probably a better option, but anyway, Photoshop, if you're using Photoshop, that's a possible use for that. And the next option, fixed size. This one's quite useful. It's a sort of quite like a spray in a sense. You could actually just click on the document, bring that dialog up, and just move it, position it as you want. So it's a sort of useful for maybe positioning things quick and easy into patterns or whatever you could create, quite easy with that. Right, so that's useful for the defined, and you of course can define it any size, so it could be a very thin design, exactly as the unconstrained, but this time it's actually constrained to the fixed size. Okay, next option, and the last one, I'm going to go back to the unconstrained, is from the center. And basically that creates it from that center. If you click it off, it creates it obviously from that position there and drags out that way. Now I'm not certain why Photoshop didn't add sort of just a 9-way option where you can just click on the thing and just click on it and it starts from that position out or whatever. But anyway, they didn't. They just had a from center option. Right, hope that's been of interest, and explore all the options in your own work. Obviously they can be used in thousands of different ways, I'm certain, for many different projects. Please subscribe to the Graphicxtras channel, and thank you much.